I'm Matt,
I'm Sean.
and this is Own Their
Own their
Phones.
phones.
Let's go. So I hope people realize how unrehearsed that is, because we would be like real in unison. Like my daughter and her cheerleader friends in college would be sickened that we're not synced up with Own Their Phones.
Yeah, I was never known for my beats or my synchronicity.
Yeah, I got no vibe here. So Sean,
Yeah.
today I want to talk about a topic that I'm really relevant in right now. I guess I'm TikTok famous. I got like 1 million views on TikTok.
You are.
I guess I probably need to do some kind of celebrity stuff, maybe say something stupid. Yeah, I'm
trending
trending
now across multiple platforms.
But it was funny because I want to talk about this topic from, number one, the perception of how people look at things. Number two, how easy it was.
Yep.
And number three, some of the elements from it. So number one, I had a couple people like you and I were tagged in a tweet. I think you shared it and somebody we know tweeted it, or somebody I kind of know, I don't know how much you know him, commented like, that didn't go how you wanted. Thinking it backfired. I'm like, are you on drugs? I'm on the New York Post website. I'm on MSN. I'm on TikTok, everywhere. It's got to be over 4 or 5 million impressions.
Yep.
And so the backstory on it, if y'all haven't seen it, and then I'll get Sean's feedback and then we'll kind of dig into this and dissect it, was I'm in Best Buy about 3 weeks ago. We actually spend probably 5 to 10 grand a month there. Computers, cameras, microphones, all that crap. Seems like every time I turn around, somebody here's like, hey, we need 8 more cameras. We need 4 more laptops. And so we go up there, we buy a camera, and then we had 4 cameras, like little tiny ones for the office around here to do security so I could spy on people. And I don't know, to me, a basic thing's a bag. And like the lady, just kind of the way she even like just kind of like shoved it across the counter. And I'm like, hey, I already paid. It's like, hey, can I have a bag? And she said, well, it's 11 cents. And I wasn't, honestly, the first thing that went through my mind is I'm not going to waste their money on running my credit card again. Who gives a shit? So we grabbed it and left. But as we're walking out the boat, I look at David because he was with me, and David. I said, David, it's an easy viral video. Watch this. And I grabbed my phone, and it's a media company in your hand. And I always do it backwards like this because it's easier for me to get what I'm pointing at. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Best Buy, we just left, spent $3,200, no bag, because they told me after I paid it was 11 cents. Thanks, Best Buy. And I sent it to Peter and said, hey, post this. This will go viral. It'll be pretty funny. And I knew from my standpoint that the majority of people that are in my avatar would be pissed they didn't get a bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people who aren't my avatar would be triggered as hell. And I'm like, you know what? Bad PR can be good PR. So what do you say on that topic, from getting attention for what some people might think is unpopular ways?
So, I mean, number one, the basic principle is the P.T. Barnum principle, which is that there's no bad press. There's no such thing as bad press. And I understand as a business owner, you don't want to poke the bear, but what you were doing wasn't poking the bear. What you were doing was culturally relevant. And culturally relevant because in your state, in Kentucky, this is a new law that was passed. This is something that has happened in multiple other states. So there were cultural moments in California when this law passed. So whenever laws get passed, human behavior gets disrupted. Human behavior gets disrupted because there's a pro for the law and there's an anti the law. But then there's the actual reality, the implementation of the law, and how does it affect your everyday life? Yeah. And to put that on top of it, you put a recognizable brand like Best Buy with a visual representation. You're showing instead of telling. You're using smartphone storytelling to capture a moment of this is what it looks like with $3,200 worth of equipment without the hospitality piece of like, we didn't include the bag. Well, it wasn't because they didn't chose as a corporation not to include the bag. It was because of a law that was changed, but that law is top of mind. Yeah. It's top of mind on consumers in the consumer avatar. It's top of mind outside of the consumer avatar, because in a state like California, we look at that and we're like, well, yeah, of course you don't get a bag. You have to bring a bag yourself. Yeah. I remember the first time that I went to Hawaii, which was with my wife for our honeymoon in 2011. It was the first time in my life that I went to a grocery store where they didn't provide us a bag. And I was like, what do you want us to do? You want us to just put it in the shopping cart and take it out? And like, they're like, yeah, literally, that's what everyone does. They either bring their own bag or they put it in the shopping. And I was mind blown. I couldn't believe it, because in California, we were still using paper or plastic bags.
Yep.
But now, when you post that video, You are sharing a story, which is back to why we talk about smartphone storytelling. Yep. You are telling a story of something that is culturally relevant in your exact village, no matter where you are, no matter where you're listening to this, your village, your city, your state. Talk about the things that are relevant and show and ask a question. You weren't making a decision. You weren't saying, hey, F paper bags or F plastic bags or, you know, bring down Best Buy. You were asking a question.
Yep.
And as a marketer, you ask a question. Now you become top of mind. Now you get in multiple different pieces of content, legacy content, new media content. And guess what? What do you think they're talking about? They're referencing in every single byline of all of these articles, Matt Plapp of America's Best Restaurants.
Yep. And a lot of
you never know where that attention will lead to another client that's like, I don't know how to do restaurant marketing.
Yeah. And the other element of that for me was I look at it from a marketing standpoint that my job, and one of the things I tell our restaurants, there's two things I wholeheartedly believe that will help you get success with any business, but especially a restaurant: massive attention, massive excitement.
Yep.
If people are seeing you all the time or they're excited about you, they're going to eat at your restaurant. Well, for me, it's no different. That I've got to find a way for people to see my ugly mug, and that I know that, you know what, there's probably 20% of the people that are in the restaurant world that saw that video that might have known who I was, like that jackass. Like if they knew the context and if they read through the lines, they saw I wasn't saying.
I mean, I'm happy that you bring it up, because it's the difference between playing the game and playing the game within the game. Understanding what's going on a deeper level of what's really happening. Well, what's really happening is attention. You're getting attention off of multiple platforms, and you're getting in content that will live forever, that will drive as SEO proof that you are a great marketer. You understand the sociology behind what's going on. You know, I call myself a digital sociologist. Well, that's what you are. We're both digital sociologists, and that's what anyone that's listening to this show, that's what we want you to be. You have the power to tell the story of wherever your restaurant is located, wherever your business is located. You have the power to give access. That's what it is. You don't need to make TikTok. It's already there.
Yep.
Whip out your phone and video show by video. Don't take a picture. This isn't 2012, 2014. This isn't for Instagram. It's not for Facebook. Make a video and use that video on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, on Facebook Reels, on YouTube Shorts, and you will be surprised if your dedication to, because part of it, Matt, is what I don't talk about a lot, is that if it's a skill set of understanding, I can capture this moment.
Yep.
It's understanding that I have a media machine in my pocket. Why don't I take it out of my pocket and capture this moment?
Yep.
And I do it with my kids. My kids understand that video is important as a family, but like, I love it. Like, it's literally the, you know, the home movie that, you know, the dad with the camcorder used to go around and make some long video that no one wanted to watch during Thanksgiving. Hey, this is our trip to Disneyland. Like, here's a 45-minute, you know, it's a small world. No one wants to see that. Well, the better that I get at taking my phone out of my pocket and making a micro video of me visiting Toast headquarters and coming up on Toast. Guess what? A lot of people are Toast customers. There's toasters that have never been to Toast in Boston, right across from Fenway Park.
No,
but I get to give them access of this is what it was like being me coming into Toast headquarters. You get to give a customer access, or the whole world access, of your experience of not having a bag and buying a bunch of electronic equipment.
Yep. And the two sides that also that you brought up there, one that I had, you know, the proof that it worked, 100+ clients and potential clients that texted me a screenshot of it where they saw it and are like, dude, you're famous, smiley face. And everybody understands. The people know I gave, but the other side of it is I always tell people, you got to be prepared. The more you get the suck out of the way with creating content for your business, the better you get. If that was Matt Plapp 10 years ago, I'd have been, I would have been 20 take. That was one take. That was, hey, what's up? Here's what we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. See you later. 30 seconds. Text it to my social media guy, Peter, who's me online. He posted it. The rest is history. But the biggest cool part about it too, and you'll love this because you're a branding guy, 9 out of 10 people saw that post and recognized it because I was rocking my orange hoodie.
Of course.
I got a picture. I'll show you this. It's funny. This was the best text of everybody that I got. My buddy Jimmy is at the Verizon store getting a phone for his daughter, and that's the display phone.
It's unbelievable.
And he said he walks over and he's walking, he goes, "Is that Plapp?" And if I was wearing if every day of the week I wore a different colored shirt, 9 out of 10 people that actually saw it that knew me would have never paid attention.
Yep.
And so it comes in, it plays. You know, Charlie was talking about always be branding. You know, Charlie Eblin, our guy. You know,
ABB, always be branding.
That's right there. The fact that it showcased, the fact that the orange, that's why people noticed it.
Yep.
And then the last point I'll make is what you already mentioned is the traction, the side links. Like when I got the first email from a reporter, I replied back with my full signature.
Of course.
Hey, appreciate you reaching out. Here's my side of the story. Here's what happened. Wasn't that I didn't want a bag. Was that I had already paid and I knew it would cost them more money and I thought it was kind of funny and blah, blah, blah. And the other side of it was a good marketing opportunity. And then all my links there and they published it. Probably the funniest part of the whole thing is seeing the media side for what they are. Like how many of these articles were like angry TikToker. I wasn't angry. And then, you know, the one from the New York Post who emailed matt@mattplapp.com, referenced me as Matt in the email, tagged my TikTok as Matt Plapp, and then got my email back from me with my signature, called me Mike Plapp. So it's like, oh, that's why we don't have confidence in our media.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And I think restaurants can leverage this stuff. Now, obviously, you got to watch the topic. If you're in California and things are more progressive in certain aspects, or if maybe it doesn't even have to be that. It could be the state football championship game. You know,
correct. 2
weeks ago, my high school played a friend of mine's high school in the playoffs to go to the championship. I never saw any restaurant there live streaming it. I mean, that you can go viral that way, get the game-winning touchdown and be live on Facebook for your restaurant. You know, be known for something other than selling food.
Yep. 100%.
Well, cool. Well, that's this episode, brother. Going viral.
Going viral. Can't wait to see you guys go viral. Get after it.
Get after it. And the one thing we do have to, I saw this the other day. The guy said we need to quit referring to this as a phone because it's not a phone. It's so much more than a phone. But we all call it our cell phone. But in fact, it's like our little micro media company. So maybe we need to figure out a term for what this device is so we can get everybody on page that they have a movie production company, a media company, a news channel in their pocket 24/7.
100%.
Cool. That's this episode. Own their
phones.
See ya.